Right, well here we've got the Prograce WP300. Let's see what you get in the box. So this is the new Prograce WP300 budget action camera in its waterproof case. Now Prograce produced the WP350, which was a good budget action camera, so I expect this will be a good one too. What else do you get in the box here with it? In addition to the waterproof back on the case, you've actually got an open back here, which means you'll get some sound in when you're using it. Comes with 2 batteries, so you've got twice the recording time. You've got what is called a skeleton case and a backpack clip. Now, for starters, this has got tripod screw mounts on it, so that you can put it on a tripod, but also you can use this when you don't need it in a waterproof case, so you'll get some sound. This little clip here slides into the back of the case, and you can clip it onto a rucksack strap or a belt or something when you don't need it in the case. Very handy bit of kit actually. When I'm paragliding, I clip this onto the chin guard and my paragliding helmet. Full face helmet that is, of course. Now coming to the mounts, you've got a handlebar mount, and I test a lot of cameras, so I always take it for granted that people know how these things work. The case here, as you can see, has got a mount at the bottom, and these slide into the mounts, and you do them up with a thumb screw. Simple as that. You've also got these self-adhesive stick-on mounts which go onto skateboards or helmets, motorcycle helmets or whatever, and I'm probably telling you the obvious, but the camera fixes to that and slides in. I'm only mentioning this because I take it for granted that people know how this stuff works, but I see by the feedback on YouTube that some people don't actually know. So you've got a couple of these, you've got spare sticky pads, and there is a wire securing strap there. As far as these go, you've got one that's sticking out a bit further, as you can see, and these standoffs, you've got short ones, long ones, twisted ones, and so on. You've got a couple of cable ties, a lens cleaning cloth, USB charging cable, and you've got some straps here so that you can put it onto a cycle helmet by putting the strap through the stick-on bracket if you don't want to actually stick it on. And you've also got the manual, which looks okay, and as you can see there's an app that goes with this, but more of that later. And lurking in the long box there, which you might just think is packaging, you have got a floating waterproof securing handle for the waterproof case. That's the first time I've seen one of these packaged with a camera, and you might miss it because it's tucked away in this thing here. Right, so the camera, let's have a closer look. Easy to open the case, just pull that forward, drop it out. Case looks nicely made. I trust that's a glass lens on the front, and obviously you can operate the camera while it's in the case. So the camera itself doesn't come with an SD card. Always good to use a good brand, class 10, otherwise you may get problems with some of the functions. So the card goes in that way, logo side towards the back. This is a SanDisk class 10 32 gig, and it goes in that way. The manual says you'll get 120 minutes at 4K with a 32 gig card, 240 minutes at 1080 30. So to get the battery in, just a question of popping out this little catch, and if you check out the inside there, you've got three little tabs there, that just slips in. Clip that back on like so. Right, let's get it plugged in. Right, well there's a little light flashing there to show you that it's charging. Right, so taking a closer look at the camera, on the front here you've got the power button, which also helps you change mode. You've got a 170-degree wide-angle lens. On the back you've got a 2-inch LCD screen. On this end you've got buttons for scrolling up and down. On the top you've got the shutter release, also marked as OK, because when you're changing modes or scrolling through to change the resolution or whatever, you press OK. On this end you've got an HDMI out, the lead is an optional extra. You've got micro USB for charging and getting your files back, and of course you've got the SD card slot, which I just showed you. On this end you've got the scrolling up and down buttons. A short press on the up button turns on the Wi-Fi, and a short press on the down button turns the audio recording on and off, and there's a little speaker there too. Okay then, so how do you use it? Press the power button for a couple of seconds, and as you can see it's firing up with a little tune, and you can see the display here, nice bright display. So it's fired up here in video mode. You can see that I've got a little icon of a video camera. I'm in 1080-60, which I've already changed because default is 4K. 29.5 gig of card space. Battery state, which is good. Oh, that's the screensaver just kicked in. It comes in after 30 seconds. Press it again, wake it up. That's the time there, which I've not bothered to set, and that shows that the audio is on. And little blue light there. If I press the shutter release, you can see I've started recording. That's a countdown of the recording length. Little blue light flashing because I'm to show that I'm recording video. Blue light stopped flashing. I'm out of video mode. So to take stills, that's power and mode button. Press it, quick press once. The icon has changed to a little camera, 8 megapixel, capacity for 15,000 stills. Wi-Fi is off, and again date time down there. So press the shutter, you can see the screen flash, and you take a still. Press it again, another still. Okay, so press the mode stroke power button again. You're in slow motion mode, which says it's 720p resolution at 120 frames a second. Press it again, you're in playback mode, so you can play back. Press again, you're in settings mode. So now if I press the shutter button or the OK button, you can see I've got a menu here that I can scroll up and down through: video resolution, turn sound on and off, time-lapse recording, loop recording if you want to use it as a car camera, dash cam, and slow motion. So if I now press the shutter button, I'm into the video resolutions, and using these I can scroll up and down through 4K, 720 and so on. My preferred resolution for action sports is 1080-60, so if I select that, press the shutter button, I'm in 1080-60, and likewise you can go down, scroll through, sound recording on and off. Can you see that? Press the OK shutter button and it changes. So press the power button again. I'm into camera settings, resolution, timed, auto, drama shot, etc. Press again, I'm into changing other settings like white balance, exposure value, image rotation, which will turn it upside down if you want to use it as a dash cam. Driving mode. Driving mode will be start recording as soon as you apply power. Wi-Fi on or off, white balance, LED on or off, auto screensaver, auto shutdown, and you can turn off the date stamp on it. Just click that one. Okay, so press power again, short press. You've got some more settings, factory settings, webcam, so on and so on. Press again, you've got the little X, and it says press OK to exit. Press OK to exit. Back into video mode. You soon get used to using this anyway, scrolling up and down and pressing OK in mode. As I say, when you're recording as I am now, you can zoom in and out with this, but you will lose quality because it's a digital zoom as opposed to a lens zoom, for want of a better word. Press that again, stop recording. So that covers that. Now let's take a look at the Wi-Fi app. Right then, the Wi-Fi app. Easy to install, just a question of scanning the QR code on the back of the box. I use a free app here, QR and barcode scanner, and then turn the Wi-Fi on, which means you just have to do a short press of the up scrolling button. Settings, turn the Wi-Fi on, which I have done. Settings, Wi-Fi, and there's Prograce. No internet access, connect. Scanning. Connected, no internet, it says. On my phone it pops up and says no internet connection. Do you still want to connect? Touch for options. Yeah, I still want to connect. Okay. Connected. Right, so let's go into the app. NTK cam. Current connection, Prograce, yes, alright then. And as you can see, camera is now connected to the phone via the Wi-Fi. Range would probably be about 10 meters depending on your phone. As you can see, the blue light's on, which shows that you've got Wi-Fi connection. Right, so what can you do with this? If you want to start video recording, touch the little video camera. You've got a countdown here. The little blue light on the back is flashing to show that it's recording. And there you are, that's recording. Stop. You can take a still. Boom, like so. You can go into the slow motion mode. At the moment it's in normal mode here, as you can see. You can do timing, trail, auto, and so on. Then you've got, so you can go into settings, video resolution, change pretty much all the parameters that you can change in the menu. Press shoot and you're back into the using it mode. Video recording mode. So basically it means you could put your camera somewhere remotely up to probably about 10 meters, but don't quote me on that, and stop start. So if you're recording wildlife or something, you can monitor on the screen whatever's going on and start recording. Of course you will need to turn off auto shutdown, auto power shutdown, otherwise the camera will stop. It won't work if the camera shuts down, and because of auto shutdown it will stop. And if you want to come out of the Wi-Fi app, press the up button, short press, and you're back into normal camera video mode. Hope that was helpful. Right, here's one of my favourite test shots. As you'll know if you look at my reviews, there's some nice detail here on the brickwork. And by the way, all of these clips are at default, apart from the fact they're at 1080-60, default is 4K. So we'll swing around here. Good test there, you can see off into the distance in the harbour. And the brickwork here and the shop signs are in shade. That gives you an idea of the lens quality. Right, and here's a good definition test. The detail on the cottages over there and the colours. Brixham Harbour. Beautiful sunny day, and not so windy as usual. Right, well, this is the old Market House pub. Some nice detail on the brickwork here. Used to be the fish market years ago. And that is a replica of the Golden Hind that Sir Francis Drake sailed around the world, or I went off exploring in. I should know the history really. And another view of the harbour. Because you're a sign writer, aren't you? I've seen your work all over town.
Used to. Yeah,
Used to be, don't do that anymore. So what sort of bird is this again?
A hornbill.
Hornbill. Are his wings clipped?
One is.
Oh, I see.
But I hand-reared him. I bred him and hand-reared him.
Oh, that's why. So
Yeah,
he thinks of you as his daddy.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
Look at him, look.
He's getting possessive now, though. He has a go at people now.
You were saying about imprinting?
Yeah. I mean, the Chinese, where they use the cormorants for fishing, they'll sit with the eggs and talk to the eggs.
Yeah.
So they're imprinted by voice as well.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they can hear the sounds when
They can, yeah. Oh, yeah, they can hear.
Oh, look, it's cleaning.
Yeah, pruning
himself
himself, yeah.
I never did get your name.
Nick.
Bob. Nice to meet you, Nick.
And you, Bob.
I'll just go and take a bit more video around the town.
Yeah.
Cheers. About a shot into the sun here.
Aye, brother. I be able to hardly bring some nerve, forget it, the man they be calling. He brings some blood.
Show us
Now
your
you be warm,
Show us your jewellery as well.
'cause I be taking no message. I be having jewelry, treasure of the finest kind I warn ye. Just a trifle out of the treasure chest.
Right, well here's another shot of the Golden Hind, and just testing out the digital zoom on the two buttons on the side here. Of course you do lose quality when you zoom digitally, but it actually zooms in quite a long way. So the up button takes you in and the out button takes you out, just like that. And here's a dark, and it sounds rather noisy pub for a low light test in the pub.